I'm Ethan.
I'm Blake.
And you're watching
Depth and Delirium. And we're back.
With
my name's Lane. What's up, guys?
Our special guest, finally.
Yeah.
You guys have been waiting. We've been talking about it since like episode 1.
Yes, sir. This is the big episode, man. First guest. So we're excited to have you on. Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate the invite. I'm excited to be here. It's pretty dope.
It's fun. Just doing it in general is just like,
dude,
it's crazy that we're doing this.
it's a blast. It's a blast. So, I mean, tell everybody a little bit about yourself here.
Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lane. I went to school with Fogel and Blake all throughout high school. Me and Fogel, we've known each other for
ages.
Yeah, forever. And then we've known each other for a while.
Yeah, even when I was at Lawrenceburg,
a while. And then he came to South Dearborn. We kind of went with the same friend group and then became closer, good friends. And graduated, kind of worked with Fogel for,
6 months, 7 months?
6 months, something like that, before I got my new job.
Best damn production work I've ever seen.
I try, man. Honest work, you know, it ain't living.
Day's worth, huh?
Yeah, but
That's awesome.
I'm living life, graduated, got a job, living on my own now with some friends.
What are you doing now?
It's awesome.
Yeah, what's
I work.
Know, but
Yeah. So I work at a company called Megacorp. Basically, we do like logistical needs.
Okay.
So like, when there's big stores, like we do Maruchan, ramen noodles. You know, ramen noodles. Everybody loves ramen noodles.
Oh yeah.
So like when they have a headquarters, they have 3 headquarters like throughout the United States that they deliver out of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically we ship their goods to like Walmart's, Kroger's, Family Dollars, stuff like that, because they're so big and they're getting so many orders they can't do all the logistical help themselves.
Yeah, they can't.
So we're like a
in-house.
Yeah.
You guys are
Cool.
out of house sourcing pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. It'd be like if you guys had like a shop here and you guys got so plumb packed with shipping that you guys can handle it. We would come in and help you guys handle it.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit of the cut, but we'll help you guys with this. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's real cool. I almost came to work with Cut here actually. Like last week, I had a little interview there, but ended up finding another career path that I was interested in. But hopefully, I didn't burn any bridges there in Megacorp.
No.
It seems like a great company. Hopefully, or maybe one day if I need to find another venture and do another career, I'm still accepted there. That'd be cool. Definitely a cool place to work. It seems very, very high paced, very energetic, which is cool. And
yeah, it's very cool. It's one of the, like, I would say, like, there's nowhere else that I can see myself like going besides like there as of right now. Like everyone there is just very cool people.
It's kind of like one of those things. Like even if you were to leave, you would go to this like the same like exact
type of
job
experience.
but different company.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those.
Yeah, no,
That's
exactly.
That's how I feel right now too. That's a good feeling to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like you found your career, but it doesn't matter what type of business you work under, as long as you're doing that career because you like it so much.
For sure.
Yeah, no.
That's always a great feeling.
And I feel like very fortunate just because like, and like you too, like we're all young and like just to be able to find a job that, you know,
like
you got
so
this job
much,
and you like really
yes,
enjoy
yes.
it because like it's an awesome feeling to like wake up every day and want to go to your job and not like feel like you have to go to your job.
Yeah, dude, because like I just recently
Like,
quit working at Amazon, dude, and every day I'd wake up, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to work today. Like, dude, that feeling sucks. You dread that time of the day every day, and it sucks. Like that's just not how you should go about your life.
mm-hmm. We've all had that job though.
Oh.
You know, it definitely makes these times where you do enjoy your job that much more appreciative.
Yes.
Like,
Sure.
like,
I feel like you have to
At
go
least
through
I'm not
that
at
job.
this blah blah blah. Like, dude, for instance, mine was Planet Fitness, and I can say that like I hated that job.
Yeah, I bet that was.
It was like $10 an hour. All these people coming in just to tan. You're like, I'm tired of clean sweat, brother. Like,
but I mean, it like along with that, you know, you hated it, but it also taught you, you know,
Exactly.
It makes that next job so much better.
yeah. While I was in
Like-
high school, dude, $10 an hour was not something to complain about.
No,
like,
not at
I
all.
was like,
And that's
rolling
crazy,
in high school.
crazy to think about. That
Yeah.
like $10 an hour, we were like getting a paycheck for like $300, and we're like, dude,
I'm banking.
Yo,
I'm going to Vegas, dude.
We're going
Like,
out to boys.
like what we did now, you get $300. You're like, well, there's half my payment.
that's
or
not even
something.
groceries.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Dude.
At least.
It's crazy.
I remember my dad would always tell me like, hey, you better enjoy your time while you're in high school, man.
Yeah.
Because when you graduate, you're gonna be like, let me go back. And like, I don't want to say I would want to go back just because I appreciate and love the freedom I have nowadays.
For sure.
But the less responsibility that you had when you were in high school was amazing, dude. Like, not having to worry about fucking how much money I need to get gas in my car to get to like work that week, it's like, oh, mom's definitely taking me to practice this week.
Yeah.
And then after practice, my boys are coming over and we're having a Call of Duty tournament.
So funny, bro.
Like, dude, that was like the life
I
back
miss
then.
that
But
so bad.
But I mean, nowadays you get the freedom.
You know what I just thought of? Cut. Flip our timer for us.
Oh yeah, we forgot to start the timer.
Don't burn yourself.
The guest honor,
There you
man.
go, guys. Sorry about the late.
Yeah. Sorry about the late start on the timer, guys.
It's
That's alright.
How far in are we actually? Let's take a little time
viewers-
note.
it doesn't even tell me like what the exact time right now.
Say like 10 minutes probably.
Somewhere.
You guys said it would be right there. But yeah, actually, I like how you brought that up, just about like the whole like missing high school and stuff like that, and how like I feel the same exact way. Like I don't miss like the high school part. I just miss like the laid back,
The little
kid
seeing
part of everybody every day.
Yes, bro.
Like I went from
buddies.
seeing you guys every day
to
like not seeing you at all.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I haven't seen and I work with Fogel, so I mean I've seen him for days, in a row. Like we always see
weeks
each
in a
other.
row.
But like I don't know. It's not like you you do drift away, but you don't drift away.
You don't do it
It's just like we come
intentionally
right
at
back.
all. Yeah, you don't do it intentionally at all. You just get so busy with life and
We talked about that in the first episode a lot. Like, just like how I don't know. You're not trying to lose friends or anything like that.
Not
That's
at
why
all.
I talked about like people that get mad at other people for just trying to like move on with their life and stuff like that.
And I feel like that comes with like a maturity thing. Like,
Yeah.
They just
once
haven't
you get
realized that yet.
Once you get mature enough, you realize like, hey, they're not trying to do this with like malicious intent. They're just focusing on themselves, which I should respect them for that and be happy that they're even trying to better themselves, which in the long run is going to end up helping our friendship even more because they're better as a person. So like, as a friend, you should be happy that your friend is going out there and trying to do that. That's how I personally look at it.
Yeah. If they're your real friend,
If they're a true, genuine friend, exactly. Now the person that's a snake's gonna be sitting there like, oh, I hope you fail the whole time.
Yeah.
How are the coworkers at the place you work at now?
They're awesome. Like I genuinely think like some of the people there I've met are gonna be like my lifelong friends.
Like you could see yourself being friends with them for a good time.
And like you have your at home friends, like your hometown friends that like basically turn into almost like family. The people that are really close to you, people that were never gonna like separate from you. So they like like family, but then like I have people at work and they're like my best friends now.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to like say, but like I don't know. You see them 5 days a week. You're hanging out with them more. You know the
struggles they're going through and stuff like that.
You hang out with them more than you actually do your friends.
Yeah.
When you get a job, and that's how it goes. So you become friends with 30-year-olds, and like that's one of my best friends right now. There.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris. Like
hey,
told him about it.
Yeah.
Like he a dog. Like but he he's like one of my
that's awesome
closest friends there, and it's like it's just weird, like and it's crazy to think that like you think that you like are friends with people now that you like really relate to, and then like you get out and you meet like people who are older and people who have been and lived a completely different life.
Yes.
And they're just like you.
Yes.
Like it's so crazy. Like it's
at
so
the end of the day,
wild.
we're all human.
I think that's why it's so
way.
important to like when you're super young, go into the workforce is like working with those people that are older. Like you said, that guy's 30. Like when I very first graduated high school, I went up and worked in Indy and welded. And I mean, like I was in the union, so I'm working with dudes that are like mid 40s, late 50s. Like these guys have seen some stuff, have been around the block before, and like, dude, the life advice and just like the knowledge and wisdom I gained from working around them alone was worth more than any type of money I could have gained from working at that job. And like, and I feel like everyone needs to go through that experience to gain that much more knowledge about life. Right. Instead of like just working with people your age 24/7. Like you're never gonna grow mentally as a person staying around people that are the same. I mean, you can, but it's just gonna be a lot harder because they don't have as much life experience. They haven't already went down the path you're going down and failed. Like to where if you talk to someone that's 40, he's like, dude, I've already tried what you're doing. I see where that goes. I see where that leads.
Just watch out.
You can do it, but like I'm telling you, this is a possibility of how the outcome could be. And I think it's just always great to get multiple different points of view and perspectives on like not only your life but like other people's lives, situations, hardships.
Yeah, exactly. Like I talked to them about a bunch of like situations I've gone through with my closest friends or close friends, and like kind of hear their outcome or input on it, and like
you were like I would have never looked at it from that point of view.
Yeah, like
yes,
because
like,
they have that much more experience.
And then you like almost feel stupid some of the times. Yes.
Why was I letting that bother me
like,
so bad, dude? Like the way he just looked at it was like so simple, and I was making it so like complex for some reason.
Being in your head, dude.
Yes.
Messes you up a lot.
Gets everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's really awesome. I mean, it's cool because it's a very young environment too.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of people there that are like young 20s, mid 20s, and obviously there's older people there
Early
too.
30s, yeah.
But like the company itself, like they're very cool. They give you a chance, you know.
Mhm.
Like I didn't go to college, and I got fortunate enough to start there and build to what I'm going to do, or what I'm doing now. Even.
Yeah.
Like I would, and it's a definitely an awesome feeling just to be able to wake up every day and go do something that I genuinely love. Like,
I'm glad you mentioned the fact that you didn't go to college and still got a job there, because that is like something I would love to talk about. Is like college is like such like not a necessity in today's world.
Oh,
like
no.
you don't. The only thing you really need a college degree for is to be a doctor, a lawyer, or like.
Dude, and they're gonna be having robots here.
Pretty much a doctor or a lawyer.
Like,
that's it. Like I mean, like I know some guy that lives in Florida right now who owns his own business. He puts in pools. He owns the pool business. He owns the people that bring the concrete for the pool. He owns the business that makes the liner for the pool. Like, and dude dropped out of high school, and like it's like, so like what else does that piece of paper you give to you other than just like a I did it, look at me factor, like
right.
A lot of people. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. A lot of people have been like getting out of college, 4-year, 6-year, 8-year degrees, and being overqualified for the job that they're applying for.
Yes.
Because they don't want to pay them what the college degree person would
says
pay.
that they need.
So they would rather have someone that's down to learn the job that has no college experience.
Exactly.
So it's like, I mean, why even go?
They
now?
said it was a scam back then, and now it's just coming in fruition of how big of a scam it really was. Because you can learn the same knowledge, even more knowledge, getting on job site training and like actually being in the shit firsthand and experiencing it than like being in a classroom learning about it through notes.
100%. And kind of like the way I kind of look at it as college, like I look like when you go out into the real life, like I feel like it's all about connections.
Mm-hmm.
It's about who you know, and I think that's like one thing. I feel like that's the only thing that college really has to offer, because it does get you connections. The learning part of it, like I get it, but like you said, like if you go into a job and you get trained, you will learn how to do that job.
Oh God, yeah.
Like because
you're doing
you'll move up in the ranks for sure,
Yeah.
because they see you're there every day, you're working, you want to learn just as much as the guy that came in with a college degree wants to learn. So why not give that person a shot? It's I think it's crazy. Like you said, you get a bunch of connections through college. I look at college like this is the way I've always looked at college, even before I graduated high school, and this is why I personally never went. Was like I look at college as just like a bigger, more hyped up version of high school. It's sort of just an excuse for you as a person to go get drunk every weekend and like have a reason to do that. Now, granted, not everyone that goes to college parties. Some people that actually go to college are actually into the books and actually studying. Good for them. But I'd say 75% of the people that do go to college are just there to have fun. Like they're not all of their focus is on their schoolwork and becoming a better person and excelling in school. It's, oh my God, what's happening this weekend at Jimmy's frat house down the street? Like, to it was like this. That's like almost the same experience you had in high school when it was like, yo, what's Cut doing this weekend at his house? Like, yo, where's the party at? It's literally the same thing, but on a bigger, more hyped up, steroided scale, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's personally why I never went to college, because I knew if I went, I was just gonna party every day. I wasn't gonna want to go to class. I just knew me personally, so I was I'll just go to work and start making money now. And if anything, I'll be farther ahead than people that aren't.
Dude, I literally got a semester in.
And you were like, no, it's not for me.
I'm tired of being broke. Like,
it sucks, dude. And you're in debt for how much money?
Yeah. That's rough.
Like I've talked to people who are in college right now. Like obviously people watch, I'm sure you guys, we all have a lot of friends in college.
Yeah.
Like I've yet to hear like one like, dude, I love college. Like besides the like
party
going out, I like going out and I like doing this. But like
who likes going and sitting in a lecture?
Like I like the only reason I would have loved college, I think, is because of the experience, because it is something a lot of people do talk about when they graduate. They loved college. The experience of it is what they talk about. It's not really dude, I learned this in college. Like you learn stuff through experiences. Yeah,
and I feel like you can get those same experiences like even without going to college, because I literally went up to Bloomington the other weekend and was partying with every single frat member from that college, and I didn't even go there. Like
connections.
Exactly. I knew someone that went to IU, so it's just like you don't need to go to college to have the college experience. I don't know, like
Dude, we went to Panama and
Dude,
we were what? Dude. I was a junior. You were a sophomore, right?
Yeah, I think it was, your senior. I was a junior. Yeah.
We went to Panama and went like on the strip of the beach,
Panama City,
and there was just frat after frat after frat, and we were just walking up in there. Yeah, I'm a freshman. Like, dude,
I'm a freshman in college. You're like, dude, what's up, freshie?
It is so funny.
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
How they just like let us in, and then we saw some guy with coke, and we're like, all right. We're gonna
peace.
We're gonna.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy that they just give a bunch of 23-year-olds a house and they're like, here you go. Like when I walked up into some of the fucking houses up there in Bloomington, I was like, geez, Louise, this is definitely a college dorm room, buddy.
Crazy.
Like I don't know. Yeah. So one question that I have to spur off that of like people that age having their own houses together and how it's like kind of dirty when you go to college is. I know you live with some of your friends and your guys have your own house. How do you guys keep the upkeep and like, is it clean? How is it living with friends your age that aren't in college, that aren't in the dorm lifestyle? Mm-hmm. Like how different is where your living situation compared to someone that might be living in a dorm or someone living by themselves even, not with a bunch of their friends. Right. Just like, what are the pros and cons to that, I guess, would be my question.
So, I guess for those of you who don't know, I live down, I moved out from my parents, lived with a couple buddies. I'm down in Lawrenceburg now. Moved out probably, I think it was around like not last November, but the November for that. So it's been almost 2 years.
Yep.
But basically moved in with a couple buddies. And I mean, yeah, it's honestly, my experience so far has been great.
Nothing but good?
Yeah. Like, because the people I moved in with, like, we were never, like, super close. And at the start, so it started out with 4 people lived with me. We lived in the townhouse in Lawrenceburg. It's a bigger place.
Oh yeah.
Like nice. We all like had our room. It was all like very respected space. Like if we were in our room,
that's our sanctioned.
Yeah. Like you don't like if we're in our room, that's our alone time.
Yep.
And like we never, I don't know, we just never were really up each other's ass, I guess. Yeah. So like we never really got tired of each other. Mm-hmm. The upkeep became a problem at some points. But we were always like very communal about it. Like,
hey man,
we would tell
dishes might need done here soon.
Exactly. But here recently, a couple people moved out, so now it's me, Michael, and Cooper that live there now. There's only 3 of us, and I mean, really, I'll be honest, living with dudes, it's very simple. As long as everyone is involved. Yeah, as long as everyone is very like just simple-minded and like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna clean up after myself. And that's how it's
I'm gonna make this food and clean it when I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's no problem. There's literally no problem. Exactly. I mean, if you're respectful, then there shouldn't be a problem with you living with other people. Exactly. I mean, and the only time it does become a problem is if you're really just not respecting the house's rule.
Yeah, and at that point, like it almost comes down to a self-respect thing. Like you have to pick people to live with you that respect themselves as much as what they're gonna respect you. Because like I've come to learn throughout my life is like if someone's disrespecting me a lot. At the end of the day, it's because they don't respect themselves. It's not because they're truly angry with me, but there's something that they're dealing with internally that has them angry enough to want to force that anger onto me and project it onto me. Yeah. Unless I've done something that causes them to have that anger. Now, if I drop a plate on the ground and it's broken, okay, you can be mad at me for that. Yeah. But if it's like, I don't know, like if you're mad because you don't have any clean dishes to eat your food on and you're the one that's been using the dishes all week, don't be mad at me for that because I haven't cleaned the dishes when you're the one that was like, you did this to yourself pretty much. Like I'm big on that. It's like, man, don't give me attitude that I don't deserve or don't give me any type of anger or hostility that I didn't deserve because.
And that's when it's just easier. I mean, if you're going to use something, I mean, it takes 5 minutes to clean something after you're done using it. If that. Especially when you're a single person just cooking for yourself.
Yeah. Like, it takes 5 minutes to clean it and put it away. And that's something, I mean, like I said, everyone's been doing pretty good with it. Like, it's our house. I mean, it stays clean, honestly, now. Like, it's everything stays pretty clean. And it honestly, it's been good. There hasn't really been too many, like, cons about it. I guess just money. Like, I mean, life is so expensive.
So expensive.
Outside of, like, I never realized it, but, like, our parents, I don't even want to know what they spent to take care of kids and themselves. Because I just take care of myself.
Exactly.
And I know what I make in a year, and, like, I think I'm doing pretty good, but, like, it's not showing because life is freaking expensive.
Because it's like, dude, like, I went to the dentist the other day, and they, like, after I went to the dentist appointment, I literally called my mom and was like, thank you. Like, I don't understand how you were able to raise yourself, raise me, and take me to all this different stuff and sports. Like then you have sports on top of it. Like
having a kid is
look
great.
up how much the average kid is. Like there's like a
by the time you're 18, it used to be $1 million.
You spend on a child.
It used to be $1 million.
Yeah,
now though,
now it's probably insane.
I couldn't even tell you what it is. I mean, you got to think like I saw something come up the other day. And I was like, to be a comfortable homeowner, you have to bring 93K in a year to be to be affordable homing, like to not be paycheck to paycheck, like
and that's like a doctorate.
$93,000. Do you know how much for people like that's 50 an hour? Like that's a job making 15 hours, 93K.
So it says here that the USDA estimates as a baseline that parents could expect to spend $300,000 raising a child born in 2015 up to age 17.
What?
$300K for 17 years.
What year is that?
That was if they were born in 2015.
They were born in 2015.
So I mean, kind of.
See, I know what you're talking about though. I seen the same thing you did with like the million, like the crazy amount, but I don't know. Like,
I mean, that's just like if you're getting them a car. If you're getting
they say it's $15K per year to raise a child. Raising one child.
That's probably about right.
$15K a year.
But that might be like the bare minimum.
That's like getting them food, clothes.
They giving you money. They give you gas money. They give you
mad money to go spend with your friends to go have fun. Like,
school supplies. They get you bedding. They get you like. I don't know how they judge it off of that. You know what I mean? But like, but still like,
it's probably close.
It's a lot. Like I think if you were to ask your parents how much they spent on you, they would say
around $1 million.
Yeah, because just medical bills. Like, there's so many things.
But that's not even like.
And we're all like, us age right now. Like, we're taking care of bills that are car payments, house payments, phone bills. Yep. They take human bills. They do, and on top of every other bill, and on top of our car bill, if they buy you a car, on top it's just crazy.
It adds up real quick.
My car's like $520 a month, bro. It's ass.
Yeah, mine's $400.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I luckily don't have a car. Well, I do have a car payment, but it's very cheap because it's a truck.
Yeah, nice. Dude, that thing's nice though.
Hey,
I love that truck.
Appreciate it.
I love your car too. We got the same car.
Yeah. But another little topic I wanted to bring up and talk to you about is because here recently I've really been getting into YouTube podcasts. Funny enough, I've been watching a lot of podcasts here recently, just getting different perspectives on podcasting and different topics to talk about. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what kind of YouTube have you been into here recently, or have you been into any TV shows or movies or anything like that?
So honestly, like, I don't watch a ton of TV, but I do. When I do, I watch mostly like golf videos, like GM Golf. I'm sure you guys know Good.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob Does Sports. Good.
Bob Does Sports is hilarious.
Bob Does Sports. I
love it.
They need to blow up.
You still watch
I watch. So I mean, they drop like one video a month.
Yeah.
I love their videos because I think they're. I mean, I don't think there's a YouTube out there that does production like that. Like, they're movies.
They take so much time.
They're movies.
Yes, literally, it's like a movie and video.
And it's cool as shit what they're doing.
Don't you hate Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
Bro.
I hate him.
He's a genius.
He's smart. Like, dude, he's
so
smart, bro.
Dude's a genius, but.
I get it. His content is a little.
It's kids, but that's bro. Little kids. That is who is technology.
Yeah.
That's just sad, bro, because they got little children sitting here glued to a phone screen. Like our attention spans like 2 seconds long.
And like it's crazy to think that like I know that we're not like it's not like we were born 40 years ago and we didn't have like the growing up, but like I genuinely feel like when I grew up, like I did have technology, but like. I didn't have a phone in 2nd grade, or I didn't have an iPod. The first thing I ever got was a phone, like 4th or 5th grade year, or something like that.
Middle school because I started basketball.
Yeah,
dude, like I remember as a kid growing up, still being outside playing in the streets, riding a bicycle around.
That was the source of entertainment.
Dude,
there was no phones, there was no playing video games even then. Like it was like, yo. We going outside to throw some football around, and then like the street lights come on, and mom's like, "Come on, come inside, dinner's ready."
Right after they come on, bro.
Yes,
and
where
were you? Yeah, that was 13 years ago, if that.
Yeah,
and like that's what's crazy to think. I mean, just how
far
in the past 20 years, how much life has just completely changed
and evolved. Well, I don't even know if I want to say evolved, because like how is that even really an evolution? What we've come to
is just growing up,
sitting here staring at shit like that all day.
It's definitely
we're almost getting dumber. We're almost like devolving.
They're like growing up though in what we didn't get like we just said, until we're almost adults.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
So that's just like
They're having it when they're 5.
Yeah, like TikTok and like we had Vine, but Vine was like
funny
videos.
Yeah,
like there was no
news.
sad, depressed news. Like
news.
It was a funny, entertaining.
I mean, there was maybe some booty every once in a while.
That's a big thing, bro. That's
TikTok,
everywhere. Like,
TikTok is
crazy.
straight, like half naked. Like they're doing whatever they want on there. I've seen some wild stuff come off TikTok.
Instagram, bro.
People getting hit by cars and stuff.
Yeah,
bro.
no, I heard something. So I don't know this. Whatever fact check. I don't know. But there's like conspiracy behind that whole thing of like them releasing videos to make it more acceptable to watch deaths in public because eventually to go to a public death.
Like a public execution, yes. To watch them have a public execution done.
There's been sayings that like the government is pushing out these videos because, bro, they didn't start popping up till 3 years ago. It's not like you always see videos. You have to go. Everybody knows about Best Gore.
Or live.
Everybody knows like those sites you'd have to go to. But now, like, I'm not joking. You can go on Twitter, I'll see someone die. You go on Facebook, I'll see someone die.
Facebook, dude, that's what I was gonna say. Facebook watch page is insane.
Dude, my Instagram's bad. I don't know if it's a video I liked or something.
And it's crazy that like, what video did I watch that to pop up on my For You page that I liked? You know what I mean? Because it's something like
I did used to really be into those videos where it's like a bunch of people in the street dancing around a car and they're doing donuts.
Oh, but yeah, like the takeovers. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like public executions on there and like gruesome shit.
I want to kind of add to your point on like how you feel like the government is like making it more accessible. So there was actually a study done that like the government uses media to persuade the mass population's mind on topics. So like, for instance, literally like what you were saying right there is like they push this narrative and they push this agenda super hard of like public killings and public executions, and that's all you're seeing every time you swipe, to where you become numb to it, to where when you see it, to where when you see it with your own eyes, not on a phone screen or not on the TV, it doesn't even bother you anymore because you're like, oh, I just saw that on my phone. You're numb to the like feeling. Gore. Yeah, you're numb to the guilt and to the bad and to the sin of that
situation.
Like, they've almost taken like sin and tried to like make sin a good thing. Like they've almost tried to normalize sinning as a person, which is like, we're already born into this world as sinners, so we don't need any more help becoming worse sinners. Like we literally sin every single day and we don't even realize it. To where, and I feel like the government's whole agenda is to try and get it to where like we're sinning so much to where it's like we don't even realize what we're doing. Like they almost have us controlled like as robots. Almost like
I'm so glad we grew up when we did.
Yes, bro. Like we were right on the edge of getting like straight brainwashed because like, dude, I hate to say it, like my 5-year-old little brother, he has a tablet and all he does is watch YouTube every day. Who's to say that the government isn't putting a video on my little brother's tablet to make him think that he's a transgender kid? And then whenever he goes and talks to mommy and daddy about it, they're against that, to where he feels like that's not a safe space to talk to them because they're so against it. But if he knows he can go get on YouTube and watch a video that's going to make him feel okay for being how he is, and the government's pushing that the whole time. Like, we want you to see this video. We want you to watch this. This is how we want you to think. So it's just pretty much like programming, like conditioning. Yeah. It's crazy.
In ways
like, what they do to dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's even because I remember growing up. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever did, but like, did you guys watch vlogs?
Oh yeah.
Right. So like, even our generation, I feel like I fell victim to this of like, you compare your lives to what you see on the internet. So like, I see, like you said, David Dobrik. I see Roman Atwood. If you guys have ever seen him now, that was my dude. Yeah. Like that was my shit. But like I see them live this amazing life, but like. And my mind goes numb to the fact that that's just what's on camera.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that they live that life every day. Like, oh my God, they're doing... It's the same way with Fulton L.
Yes.
Dude, people our age, we look at their life and like, bro, like...
That's made.
But bro, there's probably so many times behind the scenes...
When that camera's not on...
That life is not just peachy. Life
drinking beer, having a blast.
You know what I mean?
And that's
bad content.
I think me and him talked about this. I think me and him talked about this like a few episodes ago. It was like... Dude, I hardly ever get on Instagram anymore. I never really post because anytime, this is how I look at social media. Anytime you get on social media, you're just looking for something to compare yourself to. Mm-hmm. And all you're going to see on social media is the positive and the good side to people's lives. All you're going to see is them at their best moment, smiling, the happiest they've ever been, to where. And then when you're down and out and you get on there and you start looking at that, you're like, damn, why are they so much happier?
I want my life to be like
why
this.
am I not like them? Why am I so different from them? But in all reality, dude, they're literally the same exact person as you are. They're going through the same struggles. And they just hide it better.
Yeah.
And like that's why I hate social media, because you can be so fake.
Oh,
and like literally that's what it is, like being a fake person almost, because you're not. And it's not even the people's fault that post this stuff. Like that's like what you have to post in order to get the clicks, because that's what people want to see, is like they want to see something that they're not achieving and something they don't have yet.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's just reality in itself, or humanity itself. You always, you set yourself for goals, but then when you're watching these goals that are just like
being achieved,
these people that you're watching on and you're watching influencers, these people that are famous, that is one in like a million. You know what I mean? Those people are doing it.
Like,
not now,
the
maybe.
generation.
Yeah, not now, but maybe like 1 in 100,000 though, or 1 in 10,000. But like, either way, it's like, though it's a very there's only like 100 people that you could say that you genuinely like know and watch like every day, or see or something that like you idolize or something like that. But there's 7 billion people in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not. And when you idolize that person, you try to be like that person, try to become like that person, it's that much harder because they did something that not a lot of people can do.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it's good to have idols, but at the same token, you won't like. I don't know. I always try and look at it as in like I want to be my own person at the end of the day. Like I don't mind taking some of that person's like morals and beliefs, but like at the end of the day, I want someone to look at me and be like, that's Blake Bartley. I don't want them to look at me and be like, well, he kind of reminds me of so and so. Like I don't want to be I don't want to be like that guy over there. I want to be Blake Bartley. I want you to know me as me. So like I don't know. I feel like that's another thing that's bad with Instagram, is you start idolizing people so bad to where it's almost like you're obsessed with them from yourself to try and be that person so much. Say.
So the generations before us, though, all they had to look up to was like the movie stars and stuff. So like they grew up trying to do the same kind of stuff we were doing, but just with these famous movie stars, and then they'd watch these movies and be like, I want to be like that. Why am I not like that? And like it's just.
Like, why am I not like
It always
Superman?
repeats itself. Like,
but now
history repeats itself.
But now it's more accessible. That's the problem.
Yeah,
the government has made it easier.
You can look up the exact type that you're trying to be, or the exact person you're trying to be, and learn everything about that person, and be that person pretty much.
But like who's to say that that's the person you should be at the end of the day? Why try and be anybody but who you want to be? Yes, bro. Like,
because that's what life has become. I feel like it's like everyone's trying to be
someone else. Yes.
They're not just letting themselves feel them and like, what am I supposed to do? Not what is he telling me I'm supposed to do. What is he telling me I'm supposed to do? What is my purpose?
What do I want to do?
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day,
It's crazy to think too, like with what you were saying, like, bro, people will start lives. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen Kai, Snat. I'm sure you guys have seen Jinxie and Sketch, Neon, and all them.
Dude,
bro, they vlog their just life. Them walking around talking to people, bro. They have thousands of watchers. Like, I can't watch it just because it's just like I don't know. But like people are so intrigued into other people's lives, it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, like why are you not trying to live your own life?
To get into it, like an actual study a streamer. Like I've never just sat there and like, oh, I'm gonna watch Sketch tonight. Like
I've never watched.
I've seen clips and I'm watching YouTube. I'll watch a live stream like here and there.
He's
because
funny.
Dude, Sketch.
Or if they have like a special like this one.
Yeah, like
it's just wild, man. Like how crazy, how easy it is nowadays for people in our generation to blow up compared to like back in like the 1940s, where it was like you said, the only people that were really popular were like TV stars and musicians, like the big rock bands. Like that was really the only way you could get well known and famous. To where literally now a job is content creator.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you? I'm a content creator.
And like kids go like in elementary school and stuff like that want to be YouTubers when they get out of school.
Like that's what their aspirations and goals are. Yes.
And it's kind of scary at that point because that is possible. That's way more because my aspiration when I was in elementary school, I was like, I want to be a pro at a sport. And like I want to be like something crazy like along that sense. So like I had like you said, history repeats itself. Like they want to be now like that. Obviously there's still kids out there that play sports. They want to be a pro in a sport. But like just the fact that now that's a topic. Like I want to make videos.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, isn't it?
Like But I mean, it's doable, and I mean, we're sitting here doing it right now. You never know. I mean, this could literally turn one day. You never know.
We're not. Also, we're not just doing this.
Right.
Like we all have 9 to 5s.
Right.
Yeah. To where other people are like literally doing it as like they're going all in. Like if I don't make it as a live streamer, then I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about, dude. Like people back in the day used to be like, if I don't make it as a hip hop artist, then I'm not gonna be anything in life. To where like now that's people's goals is like I gotta be a streamer, a content creator. I gotta post pictures on Instagram every single day of my life. Like that would low-key be hell. I feel like that would be an awful job.
Yeah. I feel like it used to be like if you got lucky, you blew up. Now there's a trend.
There's like an algorithm.
There's an algorithm.
Sure.
There's definitely ways. There's people out there that are smart enough. They know they can just go out and they can make something and it will become successful. And that's like when it comes to a job, like
for sure. Just like the first, like when we got together and decided to do this, like the first episode, we just like figured it out, looked up like how to get more views, like how to make your audience enjoy your pod more,
how to,
like all
how
kinds
to get more
of stuff,
engagement.
how to engage them and like create polls and. There's a way to kind of just wiggle yourself in there if you really like
take the time
and enjoy it and like do it for the viewers themselves and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some money off of it.
Yes, because I hate whenever you click on a YouTube video and this is the first thing you hear. Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe and follow the channel and hit that thumbs up and ring the bell so you know every time I post and make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm just skip. Like, yo, I don't want to hear all this, bro. Just I came here to watch the plot of the video, not you tell me to like subscribe to your YouTube channel every 2 minutes.
Which,
like, come on.
We do say that. We have said that.
I mean, not like
maybe once.
Yeah, we don't make it like a point.
Start every episode like that.
I'm just like, dude, if you come to watch, awesome. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it. But if you didn't happen to make it to the video, then
it's like a hobby.
Yes,
it's a hobby. You gotta be doing it as a hobby, and
it's a good hobby.
Wherever it goes, it goes.
But so I kind of want to branch off here. I kind of want to get into a little bit of delirium, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead, brother.
So I kind of came across this thought process and idea the other night was schizophrenic people. So the way that this person was looking at schizophrenic people and their outlook on it was that maybe schizophrenic people aren't as crazy as what we make them out to be. So, as you know, we talked about on earlier podcasts, people would take the ayahuasca and people would take the mushrooms to open up a...
you guys are talking about the Nazis and the...
Yes, to open up a different part of their brain, yes. Yeah. So, like, what if schizophrenic people have already unlocked that portion of their brain, but they don't know how to control it? So therefore it comes into their consciousness as, oh my God, there's so many people and voices in my head. But in all reality, what if all the voices they're hearing are truly themselves, but from a different reality, and it's their other consciousnesses that have somehow seeped into the consciousness of this reality that we're in?
Are you saying like the people they see are them? Or
no, it's them themselves.
Okay.
But they're hearing the thoughts and the consciousness of themselves from a different reality and timeline and dimension as a whole. And that's like, and like, dude, like this video of this guy that I watched that had schizophrenia, like some of the ways that he described situations that he was in was just like, man, like I can get why people think you're crazy, but if you were to sit down and come at his conversation with the point of view he has, you can understand what he's saying. So like, for instance, like, the way he would state things would be super blunt. So he was like, you know, I always hear voices that are telling me all the time that I'm God. And like that was a statement he made. He was like, I feel like I'm God, but at the same time I'm the devil. And I was just kind of like, whoa, like that's a very broad statement to make. Crazy. And then he kind of broke it down and then I also kind of dove deeper into it as well, because in the Bible it says that, you know, we're all God's children. So we're all equal, not equally, but we're all like related to each other to a point. Like we all have the same, we all gained consciousness the same way, and we all gained our spirits the same way. So with that being said, that is how the schizophrenic dude said, that's why he says, I believe I'm God, because he doesn't truly believe that he is this powerful all-being creature, but he believes that he is everyone in one and everyone all at the same time, because he understands what all these different people are going through, because he's hearing all these different thoughts and mind patterns from his other consciousness, whatever, however you want to put it. Instead of, I hate like that people look at schizophrenic people as, oh, you need to take your meds, you're hearing voices today. Like, dude, maybe it's deeper than that. Like, there's no way that this guy is sitting here having straight up hallucinations, like, and seeing shit on a daily basis, and that can not be, there's not more meaning to that than, oh, he's just seeing shit.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man, that they don't have a cause of it.
It's just like,
there's nothing out there that can tell you why people get schizophrenia.
Or yes.
If you look it up, there's like...
Or like there's another disease called DIDS, which is even crazier than schizophrenia. It's called DIDS, and it stands for dissociative identity disorder. And these people are even like, it's wilder than schizophrenic. They don't... Yes, that's literally that guy is about DIDS. He has completely different people. Oh, yeah.
So sorry.
Sorry about that, guys.
I didn't want to let it go any longer.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like DIDS is like how you literally have different people living inside of your body. So like, you'll literally like, it could be like if I was just sitting here and then all of a sudden like my other alter ego could step in named Penny, and I'll start talking like a female, and I'll truly believe that I'm a female. Just I'm inside of a male's physical form.
And this is so far-fetched, but it's just a thought that pops in my head. Like, what if, like, you know how like there's reincarnation?
Yes.
What if that's your like
that like what if that's like
that past self?
Yeah, the one you were before.
Yeah.
Which then
like,
is
which
also
is very
another,
far-fetched.
No, not even
like,
far-fetched. It's just like
delirium.
But like this is the crazy thing to talk about, is because like you just brought reincarnation up, and like what if that's true? This is always a question I've had for religions as a whole.
Yeah.
Why is there so many different religions, for one, okay? And two, who's to say that not every single one of those religions is right? Like, when that day comes when whatever higher power or higher being comes knocking on the door, who's to say that it's not going to be Buddha or the Hindu God or Jesus or God or whatever other religion believe is their higher power being that controls their life and how things go? Like, who's to say that Christianity's right? And like why?
Right. Like why? Like we have to believe because that's just what we believe.
And like they believe it to an extent that they would die for that belief.
Right.
So like, how can there be 50 different religions and all of those religions are correct and right?
So that's why I really go deep into like it's not like what your religion is, but all around, everyone really just believes in one God. Like
everyone believes at the end of the day,
it might have a different name or a different look, but it doesn't matter what your religion is. It just matters what your relationship is with God.
And at the end of the day, what is that? Your God is just how you think of yourself as in like in all reality. Like if that's just like you're putting the higher being that you're like trying to be and role model yourself after is just the you that you want to be. Mm-hmm. So like, and that's why that guy said like he feels like he's God. Like it's just crazy how they've taken religion and made it such a physical thing. Mm-hmm. Like they've made religion about so much about the physical body that it's insane. Like you have to take your daily bread and you have to go to church and be in there physically, and like to where in all reality, religion is all a spiritual mental warfare. It's all about like your spirituality and your consciousness and like elevating elevating your mind. It's all about the mind. It has nothing to do with your body.
Dude, every episode we talk on that. Like, you elevate your mind, you're going to be ahead. You're going to succeed.
Like manifesting stuff. Yeah, like I believe in manifesting like wholeheartedly. Like I believe you can truly manifest things that you want in your life. But like, I feel like when people go about manifesting, they go about it the wrong way. Like, for instance, if you want like a few months ago, I really, really wanted to get a new car. Mm-hmm. And like I was manifesting it. But like when you manifest something, you have to be specific on it, down to like the detail of it. Like I was manifesting that I wanted a car, but I wasn't just sitting there and going like, man, I would really like a new car. It was like, man, I really want a 2014 Mustang GT, all black with red interior, V8 with these rims and that interior package and this extra package. And then as soon as I started thinking like that, I started finding that exact Mustang I wanted everywhere on Marketplace.
That's what I was going to say. In my head, in that same way, it's almost like it also does push you, because if you're manifesting that, you're thinking about it all the time and you're going that detailed about it. I mean, it makes you want to think about it that much harder. And things like you said,
you literally almost think it into existence.
Oh yeah,
you literally like manifest it into reality, and that's like at the end of the day, like all reality is what you make it out to be. Like, at the end of the day, your reality is going to be completely different than my reality, completely different than his, because we all go through life looking at it through a different set of eyeballs. Like, I'm experiencing reality with my senses, and my senses...
It's like the same struggles, just like we talked about with his coworkers. It's like the same struggles
through a different set of eyes.
Yes,
like,
through a different mind. And it's like wild to think that, like...
Because we all do have very, very similar instances or like things that we've went through. Mm-hmm. But I bet you anything, if you give us a problem, we would all three handle it very differently.
Yeah, but we would all come to the same, not the same, but the right outcome.
Right.
Like, not a wrong one in general. And that's like another thing that
just the outcome that like you feel or they feel, you know. Yeah.
Exactly. It's all based off like you as a person, man. Is like I feel like people need to do a lot more soul searching in today's world. They need to, instead of pointing the finger at everyone else, they need to turn the finger back at them. Yes, like Michael Jackson's song, "Man in the Mirror." Dude, you need to start with the man in the mirror. Like
we can talk about music.
That's like where like I think it comes down to,
bro. That shit, you should just speak. Like, I know that sounds so like whatever, but
did you hear Kendrick Lamar's new diss?
No. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. And back then, they hadn't dropped the new disses. It was just type shit and first person shooter. Those were the two disses. Now we have Push Ups by Drake, and he came out with another one. Drake did. I forget the name of that one. And then Kendrick dropped Euphoria. Dude, do you think Drake has to respond to Euphoria, or do you think the beef ends there? Like, at what point do they stop dropping diss tracks on each other?
Did you listen to Drake's too?
Yeah, Push Ups.
See, I didn't listen to Drake's. I listened to Kendrick's though.
They were both alright, but Kendrick's was like.
This was my thing. Drake was trying to like. Drake was dissing like 10 different people in his song, and Kendrick spent an entire 6 minutes just dissing Drake. Like. For 6 minutes straight, this dude was just flaming.
And dude was so heated, he dropped it on Tuesday at like 1 p.m.
Yeah, like the most random drop date, bro.
What's this?
Push Ups.
Yeah, like
that was like about a week ago.
Dropped one of the most anticipated diss tracks on a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, he got the most amount of views in 2024.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He was #1 on Spotify in a certain amount of hours or something like that.
We're already like 30% of the way through the year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, that is 5 months through 2024.
Isn't that already crazy too, bro? Like this year's already almost over. Ugh. It's about to be 2025, which is the year that Black Ops 2 was set in Nuketown.
Dude, imagine Buried comes back.
Oh, bro, I remember talking about this when I was younger. I was like, dude, imagine 2025. Like, I'm gonna be 21.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm gonna be crazy. And then it's like, that's next year, and like, I'd have this, like, life's good, like, but it's not like, you know, anything different. Like, I mean, I feel like it definitely is different, but.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's maybe not as, like, it's not quite what you wanted it to be yet, but you're definitely still happy with the results you have.
Yeah.
Like, you're definitely.
It's just crazy, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, when I was, like, even when I was, like, 16, I looked at a 20-year-old and I was like, dude, they're an adult.
They're so far.
Like, they're so far.
They have everything figured out.
Bro, I'm 20 now.
I'm looking at 30-year-olds like.
And I'm like,
they don't know.
Dude, like, I'm not the same person I was when I was 12. But, like, dude, I got, like, you know, obviously everyone matures. Everyone gets older. Everyone changes. But, like, you're still that person. That's something also I've noticed a lot with working with older people. Mm-hmm. Your parents might be way different around you than how they were, obviously, or when they're not around you. And so I work with people who are the age of my parents, and I'm like, dude, like, this makes me realize that, like, everyone kind of still, like, they don't really change that much. Mm-hmm. They just have to have a new norm.
Your parents are still growing up as they're raising you. Like, you're literally, we talked about that.
I get trapped in that mindset. Like,
your parents should know everything. Yes, they should have the answer to everything, but, like, what we fail to realize is, like, dude, they're still learning every single day, too.
Like, they're really not that far ahead of us.
No,
like, you know,
it's crazy, dude. It's actually
like, we're 20, what, they're like 50s, 40s.
Yeah, my mom's like 50, 40.
Like, that's what I'm saying. They do have double the life,
extra years, bro. That's really not that much, bro. If you look how much we haven't learned that much in 20 years of living, bro. Like,
it's kind of crazy.
What? And maybe like, when they're like 70 and it's your grandpa, then it's like, dude, this guy spitting some wisdom at me. Yeah. I need to listen.
You know that fight camp that we went to?
Yeah.
There was this guy. Shout out Chris, if you somehow are listening to this.
Chris.
Dude, it's hilarious. Chris is common.
Chris is comedy.
Shout out all the Chris's I know.
Dude, I know.
I don't know about Chris, bro. I don't know about
every Chris except for Chris from Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
yeah.
What about this Chris from camp?
Bro,
yeah.
Bro already said. All right. I already forgot what I was gonna talk about.
Chris
now.
from camp.
Chris Houchins.
Wisdom.
Bro.
Yeah.
He was
Smartest older guy
Really?
I know. Yeah, dude. He was like. This is crazy. I'm about to leak this on the pod, but
You don't have to.
no, I'm going to.
Okay.
She's told everyone by now. My sister got pregnant,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and which is huge.
Shit, yeah.
Congrats to you,
Yeah,
Brady.
bro, yeah. Congrats. Like, damn,
And-
what?
I'm gonna be an uncle, and
Dude, congrats.
Chris told Christian that when like we were at fight camp.
No way.
Yeah, that's how wise. He looked at Christian and was like, "I think she's pregnant, buddy," and he was just like,
Oh.
"No, like there's no way." And he got home and Bree was like, "Oh yeah, I was definitely pregnant by then." Like
It's just, yeah, dude,
Isn't
that's
that crazy?
actually crazy.
he could just see it. Like I
You know,
don't know.
speaking to that, dude, you know what's crazy to me is like dogs. Like dogs can predict stuff insanely.
Yeah.
Like, they literally have dogs that can like walk up to you, smell your hand, and they can tell if you have cancer or not. Like that is insane.
Wait, how did they tell you that you have it?
Just by the pheromones and the scents that are coming off your skin.
No,
bro.
I'm saying how does the dog tell?
Oh,
someone-
it'll sit down. It'll sit down right in front of you,
what?
which means you have it means you have some type
Yeah, I'll
of
never
disease.
know let that dog smell me.
Yeah, it means like you don't smell like normal.
Even if he's wrong, I'd be like,
Are you? Yo, he lying. He lying.
Yeah, because
stand back up, bro.
if you do notice it, like when a dog does come up and sniff you, it never just sniffs you for the first time and just sits.
No, it's like
yeah, you're right.
Like, you know what I mean?
He's getting all over you,
we're gonna
bro.
word by word. They're gonna go review
Yeah,
the dog
they're
for the first time. The dog's gonna be like really well trained to sit. And they're like, dude, I got cancer.
Bro, holy shit, I
gotta
coked.
get out of here. Yeah,
Damn,
bro.
I
I
gotta
was
go to
watching
the
this
doctor.
podcast the other day, bro. They said like,
they were yapping on there about how if your dog smells you and sits down, you have cancer. So I'm dying.
Dude.
But yeah, no, dogs, their sense is, yeah, no, it's crazy. And they sense fear. They sense, anytime a dog attacks you, it's because they know
you're
they're
scared
yeah,
of them.
and they know that they can overpower you.
Yes.
If you show a dog that
It don't matter what
I'm
kind of
bigger
dog
than
it is.
you,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do that. Like,
Yeah.
and I know that like I'm gonna sit here and say that, but if a big ass dog comes around me, I'm gonna be like, holy shit! Like, you know, I'm gonna be like, hey.
Yeah,
But, like,
you're gonna be a little nervous, dude.
yeah.
Like if a pit bull
But
runs
still,
at you, you're
like-
gonna be like, oh shit, I'm about to have a fight on my hands. It's gonna be a tussle, dude.
Yeah.
Like if it gets real.
Yeah.
Kay just started going to mail work, and
The
they
dog's
literally
going crazy,
gave her
dude.
dog mace
What?
because they hate mailmen and ladies
Yeah.
so much.
That bad?
They gave her dog mace.
But you gotta think,
And
do you
why?
understand? No, I was literally about to say, do you
They're
know
just
why?
like-
I feel like this is why they hate him so much, because you gotta think about it, bro. Who is this random person walking up to my house, my crib, my territory, trying to put this random ass piece of paper through the door? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed too, bro. I'd be heated. Like, I don't know you, bro. Why are you coming up to my door every once a week? And like,
Yeah.
and to them, that's like once a year, because like dog time is way different than
Yeah, they
human
never
time.
came in. They never came in and greeted the dog.
Exactly, bro.
So that does
So
make
it's
me
always
think.
a
Like, what if the
stranger
mailman
to
did
them.
come in and like petted the
Hi,
dog
mommy.
one time, just one
He
time?
would never bark at the
I bet it would
mailman
never
again.
do
He'd
again.
smell that mailman's scent and be like, yo, I know him.
Sense the truck and know who's getting out the truck.
Literally, bro,
It's exactly.
that's
That's why dogs.
But they see a big,
bark at
scary
you,
white
they
truck.
literally- Yeah.
Put that fear into their heads. They're like, you will get bit by a dog sometime in your career. Like they literally are like, be
But
safe.
imagine if the mailman walked up to the dog and was like, hi, buddy. Like,
That's
oh, I
why
bet the dog would be
Kay's,
cool as
you
fuck.
know, Kay's super like loving with animals. She
Yes.
loves cats too, but like even now she's like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna get bit, and I'm like, dude, you weren't even scared of dogs before this. And
What
then,
happened? Like, just because of the
pounded
job,
into her
now you're
head.
scared, dude?
Yeah,
Conditioning. The conditioning.
yeah, it's funny.
It's crazy how people can like change your mind, because like that's definitely something like, I mean, even with us, even with maturing,
Mm.
like it goes with everything, you know,
Yeah.
not just changing your mind about certain topics. Like, I mean, I feel like when we change, it usually does have to do with, sometimes granted it is yourself, but like a lot of times it's you have talked to somebody or you have gotten that other perspective of it.
Yeah,
Because it's hard to just go and make change completely by yourself without
For
knowing
sure.
anything.
And
And people do it. It's a great thing to do, but it's just so super hard to do something that you don't know what the outcome's going to be.
oh, very.
Sometimes
That's like
you
the most
gotta really,
scariest
like,
thing in the world.
to
Yeah.
get through something.
And
like
everyone says too, which is like crazy. It's like the bigger risk you do take in life, the things you do that you do not want to do, that is what makes like better things happen to you.
Yeah.
Like when you go out of your comfort zone, when you go,
You
know,
gotta be
and you do
comfortable
things you
being
don't wanna
uncomfortable.
do. Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I always like look at every day that I wake up and I'm like, I need to do something today that makes me uncomfortable. I need to do something today that I do not want to do. And like, if you wake up every single day and do something that your brain tells you that you don't want to do, you're gonna
blows
become
your mind.
such
Bro's
a
doing
great
it right
person.
now.
Yeah, literally.
Did this out on a limb. Like, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, like right now, literally
Yeah,
coming
bro,
to do the podcast.
we-
You're like, screw it, dude, let's go and do
Yeah,
it. Now,
it
like,
was-
literally
I
a
got the
week from
notification,
now,
like,
dude.
what was it, yesterday?
It was
after work,
yesterday,
or, like
dude.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, dude, a week from now, you're gonna look back and be like, damn, dude, I'm
I'm glad
proud
I
of
did that.
myself for doing that. Like,
Yeah.
that was like such a out on a limb of me to do that. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, bro.
Here I am.
I honestly thought like I didn't know how this was gonna go. I was very nervous. And,
And
you
now
know,
you're-
for like we were talking about earlier, like, you know, how did you guys like? I've always wanted to do a podcast. Like I've always wanted to do it, but I could never make that commitment to doing it. I know you guys talked about that. You just like one day you just talked about it and then you just committed to doing it, which is awesome because
I think we're both on like a discipline kick. Like,
yeah,
you need to make yourself do that stuff.
do stuff you don't
yeah,
want to
do something you don't want to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
And
that
now
you're
look
doing
where we
it,
are.
This
We're
gives
doing
you
something
something
we
to look
love
forward to.
every
It's-
day.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, so like, I don't know, like it at first, like when I first came on, even when I first got here today, very nervous. We're doing the
Oh.
intro, very nervous.
dude,
You know, that's just how it is.
nerve-wracking.
But like, once you get going, like I'm very glad I came here. Like I'm very glad I'm, you know, having this
Yeah.
whole thing. Like it's been a good time. You know,
I'm
but,
glad.
like,
No, I'm glad.
and it's a
glad we were
different
able to have you.
experience, and it like just like you said, it elevates your mind. Like it just opens your mind to doing new things. Like now I even, you know, this might cause me to do something else that I
Yeah.
normally wouldn't
That
do.
you wouldn't have went
And
out
it's just
and
like
done.
small steps that you don't even notice yourself doing, and it leads to something.
Making a big change
Yeah,
in the end. That's
exactly.
why I always, like I say, you got to get up and do something you don't want to do. Because
one
then,
thing a day. Do
because
something
then
you
when
don't
that
wanna do.
day comes that you have to do something huge that is really overwhelming to you, you can look
Yeah.
back and be like, well, I already did all these other little tasks that I didn't feel
You're
like doing.
prepared for it.
So what's this big task? Yeah, this
Yeah.
is nothing for me.
That's just like us going to the dentist and get our teeth yanked out.
Yeah.
No, I
have
got
to
a
do
wisdom
that.
tooth out now for y'all.
I hate the
And I had my tooth pulled.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, it sucks. It's expensive.
I had braces.
We've
You
been
had
down
braces.
that
I had braces. Did you ever have braces?
No, I got lucky.
Lucky,
Never
bro.
had braces, bro. And I
Lucky,
still
dude.
like I'm like
Yeah,
I had
nice
metal.
teeth.
I had metal
Yeah.
in my mouth
Thank
for
you.
like 4 years.
No
dude.
diddy.
No, did he? Yeah, we'll pause.
Yeah, well,
But no, you know what's crazy though, dude, is like the other day, my tooth, like in front of the tooth they pulled, started to move because there's not a tooth there to hold it in place, and like the amount of pain that I felt from that tooth moving, bro, I you would have thought I was
Imagine
a
all
baby
of
back
them.
bitch. That's what my girlfriend kept telling me. She said, "Oh, you think this is bad? Imagine if that was every tooth in your entire mouth right now." I was like, I'd blow my brains out. I'd go and get the braces, take it back off.
What did people do in like the 1600s? What were they doing for their
They
teeth?
just had crooked
They
teeth.
just had crooked
They just
teeth.
had rotten mouths.
Yes, yes.
Like, that's awful.
That's probably how
That
a lot
does
of
make me
people
think.
die,
Like,
bro.
did like yeah that does yeah could like but that does make me think about like a lot of the shit that we have today that people didn't have then but they survived.
Yeah.
They live to be
Like
105.
you know you ever see like the stuff about people like it happened all the time back in like before there were cars and stuff when people would travel on foot. One of my coworkers, she read this book and it was about this girl that traveled from I believe it was the bottom of it was some crazy distance all the way up to the top of Virginia. I think it was like the bottom of Mississippi or something like that. Traveled on foot through the forest because back then she was a part of an Indian tribe. This whole thing, it's a
Yeah.
true story.
Was it called the
That's
trail?
crazy.
The something trail?
It might. I honestly don't know.
The Trail of
I can't
Tears.
remember, but it's just crazy to think that like, bro, if you were to put someone in the woods like right now, like I don't
They'd
think
be
I think
lost.
they'd die. Honestly,
Yes.
People would.
I think
They'd
most
be-
people would almost kill themselves.
They'd be cooked because they'd be so scared and nervous and not know what to do.
Yeah.
Like,
But just like how people operated then versus how people operate now, like
We're
it's completely
soft.
different. Imagine if they took our phones away for one day.
oh,
Like just shut off social media, shut off a way to communicate for
I wish they
one
would in
day.
a way.
People would flip out.
oh, I feel like I talk to
Lit
I talk to a
out,
bunch
bro.
of my friends about this all the time. Like I always ask people like, I can even ask you too. How long do you think you could go without your phone before you're like, dude, I have
See,
to.
that's
get
what's crazy.
on
I can't do my job without my phone. Like,
Yeah.
and
See,
that's what's crazy.
Well,
that
okay,
I have
well,
a
let's just take
job.
like job away from it. Like if you didn't
Yeah.
if you
How
didn't
many
need it for your
days
job,
straight?
how long do you think you could go without needing to be like, damn, I have to get on my phone?
I mean, bro, the thing is, like, now, like, I hate to say this, but like now, if I want to do something, I have to have my phone.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
that's
I
what's
could go a
crazy.
couple
Like, think
weeks.
back then, it's like, right, but like,
Oh, I could go a year easy light work without a phone. A year.
See, I
Light
hate that
work.
I'm like that.
I know
Do you
so,
really
bro.
think so?
Yeah, yeah, because I'd still find ways to communicate with people.
Yeah, you gotta, every time you travel, you gotta get a map out, bro.
No, fuck
That's
yeah.
the worst part. That's the only thing I really want.
Is for maps, yeah, but like
It's like
even then,
just
dude,
go-
like
yeah, but see, and when it comes to that, I mean, it's just, it's the biggest thing is a phone has become a convenient thing in our life. It's not even that we can't go without it. It's just
convenient.
People don't want to have inconvenient because just inconvenience.
They don't want to be uncomfortable.
Because you moved out, right? You want to go to your mom's house. You want to go to one of your houses. Well, you don't have a phone at home. But you go there, they're not home.
Yeah, then what? They have not drove all the way here for no reason.
So then you leave and you go back, they're not home the next day. And it's like, well, where are they?
True. Yeah. That would be tough.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but that's how people used to be. Like, if
that was
home,
life.
It's not, I'm going to check Life 360 real quick.
See where you are.
Like, and that's what's even scary to think about, like, you know, kids growing up now. I grew up with Life 360 too, but my parents were never bad about it. Like, they were always very, like,
they would just
I got your location, I know where you're at, I'm not going to text you about it. But now, it's like, I feel like kids are getting so monitored that they're never going to learn what's good from wrong by themselves.
Yeah, they're not letting them go out there and make those mistakes like we did, bro. Like, they're over parenting. Pretty much is like what it is. Like, not even over parenting because it's not even really the parents. It's like the government, it's everyone else except the parents telling them how to raise their children
and it's like that's acceptable. Like, I just think it's crazy that like almost everyone's tracked now. You know what I mean?
because if you don't do it, you're a bad parent.
Yeah, you're bad.
You're
gonna come take your child because you're not taking care of them properly.
Yeah, and like you can't,
But like, dude, my dad,
you can't whip your kid anymore. It's all verbal, and then it can't be verbal because then it's verbal bullying that you're.
Then
doing.
It's mental
abuse.
abuse.
So it's like, how do you like? I don't know. There's just no like. What's the word I'm looking for? There's no like median. There's no like.
How do you give a child a set of like?
What's wrong
rules.
and right?
Yeah, almost rules. Yeah, it's like there's no morals to that person. There's no morals to that child because like they're just doing whatever they want whenever they want. And there's no repercussions for it.
Your mom and dad fix it.
Yeah, mom and dad.
And then when they go on their own and they mess up,
when they get in the real world, then they're cooked. That's why we have
and like
that's why we have 80,000 homeless people. What did we find out the statistic the other day, bro? It was one in like 8 people. I don't think it was
100% accurate because I actually did the math.
Went back and fact checked it.
And it was like 30 or what was it? I think it was like 3.5%
of their population
of the whole population of San Francisco
is homeless.
Yeah.
3% of just San Francisco?
Of just San Francisco, dude. Yeah, 3%. That's like what? 30,000 people.
It was 8,000 people.
8,000 people. That's actually crazy. Yeah, and
out of 300,000.
And it's kind of crazy to think that like is that the heaviest populated?
No, New York. Imagine New York.
Yeah, I was down in Florida. I was down in like Fort Lauderdale. And like I don't know if that's like a huge place for like homeless people, but like bro,
there was a lot there.
People think Cincinnati's bad. Like you go up in Cincinnati, you're like, dude, oh my god, like there's no homeless.
There's a dude living underneath the bridge.
Dude, Cincinnati, there is not like a shit ton compared to like the people under the bridge. Like stuff like that. But bro, if you go to like Florida or somewhere like that, like there's people like that, but they're in the streets.
It's their life, like on the street.
Yeah, like
they have all their belongings.
Hidden. Like they're just out there, and they're that's why people get robbed.
Or like Las Vegas is really, really, really bad.
And they don't really do anything about it. They just move them.
No,
they move them.
Hey, you got to get off the street. Can't stay here for another week, otherwise we're gonna arrest you.
We'll bring in 360,000 immigrants and house them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! Like, let's go.
My dad had his drone out in Columbus. I'm pretty sure it was Columbus. Dad fact checked me if not. But he had his drone out, was flying through the woods, and he was like, "What's this white thing?" Goes down, and he said there was like hundreds of like people in tents in the woods.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. At the base, the old base
like
over in like on your way to Madison.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they house 10,000 immigrants there. I don't know if you guys like knew
that. Where's that?
Yeah,
the Hartford base.
I
think
it's the old. It's called like the old base or something like that. It's on the way to Madison. It's the old proving grounds base.
Like it's like dude, it's like 5 miles of fence.
If you ever want to play basketball in Madison, you pass that way.
Hanover.
Yeah. So they were housing immigrants in there for a while. I don't know if they're still doing it, but
that's wild, dude.
But like it's just crazy to me because those people, they come over here, they do get jobs, and like I don't like talking about. We're not gonna talk about politics or whatever. But it's just crazy to me that like we're doing all this for them, but it's like, dude, we have those people in our own country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People that need real help.
Yeah, like
we're not helping them.
We
We're
already
not helping
have
our
those people, but
people
we're not
first.
helping them.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, that's messed
and that's what I think is on a lot of people's minds. That's why I think that's the biggest problem of it. But yeah, that's completely off topic. But yeah,
No,
something you
you're
want to
good.
bring up? I'm down. Yeah.
No, I think we're all in agreement there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like,
Dude, it's wild, dude. Like, it's just crazy how downhill our country is going and our government, and maybe I would even throw society in there as a whole for.
well, 100%. It's never been as divided as it is.
Oh,
like,
God. I don't care.
And
Yeah, it's just like everyone's so messed up now. Everything's so like.
yeah, and I mean to the point where I just don't care. Like, I just want someone in there that is gonna make life good. Again, I want to make life affordable. Like, and it's just crazy that, like, I don't know, social media. I just think it has a lot to do with social media.
yeah.
I mean, no one's ever been put on blast like what is going on right now between both presidents. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be completely, blinded by both sides of it, but like it's just crazy to me.
I was about to say, you wanna maybe start.
That actually already started.
I know. That's.
And back again.
That's.
Well, we can go for a little longer.
You want to?
If you guys are down.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, it's only 7. So we can go for
Probably like an
a
hour.
little more.
Yeah.
It's already an hour, so I say we.
I got nothing to do, so just whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, we can start wrapping it up.
Dude, I want to talk about music a little bit longer because we kind of branched off of that kind of quick.
Yeah.
But but I definitely want to hear what you guys have been listening to. Other than the beef, because like I listen to
everybody's
everybody
been
just because
listening to
it's trending right now. Like,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
here-
I would bump that.
Here recently, I've been getting into country a lot. I've been going back into my country roots here recently, and I found this playlist on Spotify. It's called Nostalgia 2000s Mix, and it's literally just like a mix of 2000s music. So like Usher, I don't even know, Pitbull, Lil Wayne, like it's got all the bangers in it, dude. And that playlist, if I throw that on, great day right there. Yes, dude, like I'm at a payphone crying. That stuff just goes so hard, dude. Like that's definitely the type of music I've been into here recently, like the old 2000s music, country. I've been getting into country, Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, Yeah, all those good guys. What about you?
I don't know. I listen to everything. Like, I think genuinely, like, I have like favorite artists for like everything. Like, I don't know. Like, and I play music a lot. So when I worked with you, we played music all the time in the office, or in the office, in the production room, and then I went to Megacorp, and I started playing music there. And so like when you play music every day, you just tend to like you can't listen to the same genre every day.
No.
So now I've just found so much music that like I really enjoy. But my favorite I would say is probably definitely like indie music.
Ooh, really?
I really like indie R&B, slower.
Isn't that kind of
like
what we were talking about the other day, dude?
Indie's so good.
Yeah, like Frank Ocean, I love. Daniel Caesar, love. Sir, I don't know if anybody knows Sir.
What
He's
about like
really
some like
good.
Kings Leon?
Kings Leon.
Dude, somebody.
Yeah,
Oh.
Kings
I've
Leon.
been rolling
What was
around.
that? Dijon?
Doji.
Doji. Love Doji,
Yes.
bro. I've liked him for. Dude, you know he used to be like weird.
Oh yeah.
He used to be part of
I always wore the pink suit and stuff.
Yeah, and he used to make like crazy YouTube videos,
Yeah.
like and was like actually like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
people thought he was crazy, and then like now he's like this beautiful angelic like.
His
His music is incredibly
Insane,
good. I
dude.
love Doji and just I don't know. I just love music. Like we were talking about earlier, like really anything. But those like the people I said earlier, those are kind of like my Don Toliver.
Oh,
Love Don
Dude,
Toliver.
you've
I don't
always
like
been
his
big on
hype
him,
stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like some of his hype stuff, but his Life of Dawn album, he dropped a lot of like slower like sci-fi type beats and like would sing to it.
okay.
And like that and like Travis Scott, like Jack Boys, that whole production team, like their music I love. And just because it's just like you listen to it and you're just like
Yeah.
like it's very good.
I
So
actually
that's
kind of
how I
got
love
on a
him.
wild kick here recently. I've been going back down the rabbit hole of Juice WRLD freestyles.
Dude.
That man was the hands down the best freestyler of all time, bro. Like I don't think there's a single person that could even touch him when it comes to freestyling. Like they used to say he would walk into the studio, they would put a beat on, and he would make 3 separate songs to the same beat.
Yeah, well, you know,
have different hooks. Yeah, he would never write it. That was him freestyling, bro. Like that's crazy, dude.
And of course, like, you know, I'm not saying that he didn't like
had some
songs,
pre-made lyrics.
Yeah, right. He just rapped a song and then he would like add stuff into it. Like that.
He would add like the hook and the chorus.
Have you seen the documentary?
Yeah, with him and Benny Blanco, I think is who it is.
Like it's just his talent.
That opened my eyes to his talent, dude. That guy was like a robot. Like, and then like there's literally freestyles, dude, where like people are like in front of him and they'll pick up a random object and he'll wrap that object into his freestyle.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
cool.
insane, dude. Like there was one where this dude picks up a lighter and he lights it and he's like, "I'm the flame, waka flocka flame." Like he just starts going off. Like it's insane, dude. We've never seen anybody that's been that capable and that smart when it comes to words. Like he was a word master.
Genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Rest in peace. It's kind of it sucks.
Isn't that crazy how early he was taken, dude? Like imagine how big he would have been. He would have been bigger than. Oh
I'm pissed I didn't go to a concert. You know what I mean?
So
like,
mad.
He was sold out arenas.
So
like,
mad,
bro. He had such an
influence,
impact and influence on like the rap. That's what got me really into rap was Juice. I mean, we
Yeah.
dropped All Girls Are the Same.
Dude.
Like, bro, there wasn't one person I knew that wasn't like, bro, have you heard that shit?
Was
like, dude,
my
like.
alarm. And when did that drop?
2016, 2017. Like, right. Yeah, I know I was in middle school. I think it was 2016.
I thought I was so deep. I was like,
even like all these years later, dude, his song is still on point though, bro. Like all girls are the same. Like it's actually crazy, bro. He was spitting facts back then.
2016 music was so different.
Dude, me and Tyler were just talking about the SoundCloud stuff. Like that genre of music hit our era. Like. Right
2018.
Head,
that was
like,
2018 is
right when we were getting into it.
X, Ski, Juice. Who else was on that? Like TK. Who was another one, dude?
Ski Mask, though, Slump God.
Yeah, I said Ski
Did
Mask.
you say Ski Mask?
Little Skies.
Oh, Little Skies. I liked Little Skies. I listened to him a lot.
Dude, Trippy
Red. I was gonna say Trippy
Red. Dude.
He's kind of falling off, low key.
Dude, I know. He needs to get heartbroken again or something.
Yeah.
Like
same with Bruno Mars.
That's his shit, dude. I've been listening to his old stuff. I'm sure you've heard it, but Liquor and or it's like Liquor and Heartthrobs or something like that.
By Trippy or by
Bruno Mars?
Really, I've been listening to Bruno Mars.
That whole album. So that's what I was gonna say. I went back and looked at his album literally 2 days ago. I was just scrolling, on Spotify, you can go on their or profiles, or whatever. And I was like scrolling through there, and if you go to his first, second, and third albums that he went, bro, you know almost every single song.
Oh yeah.
Like it's actually crazy to think that and him and Pharrell Williams, genius.
Oh, dude,
the people he's produced,
bro.
And a lot of people don't know really what
how many songs this dude has put out.
Yeah, like. It's crazy. Like you wouldn't even think of it. I'm pretty sure he helped do Titanium with Sia. He
helped with a lot of Taylor Swift songs too.
A lot of Kanye stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Kanye.
Like he was a very
him and like Daft Punk, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been so into Daft Punk, and then
it's like a different type of music. It's like a whole different realm.
I don't even know what genre.
I've had like a lot of Limp Bizkit in there too for some reason.
I love rock, grunge rock, old rock, classic rock. Bon Jovi, Def Leppard,
Take Me Down to the Paradise. Yeah.
Alice in Chains. Yeah. It was Chris Cornell, Soundgarden.
Oh, dude, rest in peace to him and Lane.
Yeah. See, bro, all these good artists: Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury,
Juice
WRLD, Lance Staley, Chris Cornell, Chester.
Linkin Park.
Yeah. Chester. Something I can't remember.
XXX
Bennett, maybe Chester Bennett. Yeah, X. These were all those artists. Mac Miller. All. But yeah, I love Mac Miller. Some the songs that he's done, they're just. He's I feel like he kind of really influenced the soft rap and the
really speaking your emotions.
Yeah, rapping your emotion almost. And his song, they were just they're relatable. They're very.
That's what people want is to be able to relate to.
They were always so pretty.
Very pretty.
Oh, is that a violin?
What was that one?
You guys need to look up "Pure" by Mac Miller's unreleased, and that is one of his most beautiful songs. I swear, it's so good. But
yeah, I mean,
it's awesome.
We just wanted to you know, now that we're gonna come to a little bit of an end here, I think we'll start wrapping it up here. We just wanted to say thank you for, you know, coming onto the podcast. You know,
For sure, thanks,
it's a
bro.
big ask. You know, it could be nerve wracking for sure, but I'm glad that you definitely agreed to it and just stepped out of your comfort zone and decided to come on here and record an episode with us, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Time for you to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, no, bro. I had a great time. Oh.
No, you're so good.
Oh, okay, so good. Okay. I was like, yeah, no, but yeah, no, I had a great time, and like, I definitely recommend if you know them to hit you up to be on it, just do it. Like, it's a conversation with a record, like with someone with something recording it. You know what I mean? Like it was a really good time, really good conversations, like, and it was good catching up with both of you. We need to hang out soon.
You'll definitely be back on.
And forever. Dude, I would love to come back on. Hopefully, I'm seeing you guys back here.
Yeah,
like, I don't but dude, I had a blast.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about the first guest episode. Was there any questions that maybe we didn't ask Cutter that you guys wanted us to ask him? You guys can ask in the comments. And thank you guys for, you know, tuning in every week.
Thanks
and
for
watching the episodes, dude. Like, you guys, I was literally just looking the other day, like our third episode got another 100 views. Like, dude, that's insane. You guys
are like awesome.
Like, we appreciate that so much, dude. Every time I look at that, I get the biggest smile. 3 views, 10 views max, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get the biggest smile on my face every time I look at that, because I'm just like, you know, people, like, it's crazy that people actually want to tune in to listen to what we have to say. Like, they value maybe they don't value our words that much, but like, they just want to hear what we're talking about and yapping about.
Right, and that's like the whole point of it too with you two. Like, and even me being here, like, I feel like this whole thing is just like, it's supposed to be like our opinion. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be what you guys, what's on your head. It's what you guys think about it, and people finding it interesting is like awesome. Like, you know,
we just want to get people talking. Man,
right,
for sure. But thank you guys for watching, listening, and see you later.
Tune in next week.
Peace.